What's up, everybody? It's your man Barjona the Hebrew. You already know. Coming at you again with another video. Now, I'm on my new channel. My other channel, I had to let that go due to some circumstances that I'm not really going to mention, and made me a new channel. So, part of this lesson today is going to be about our part 2 series of what we were talking about last night. Words versus energy. Okay, energy is a real thing, y'all. This is why I practice semen retention. You know, I don't like having sex too much, man. Sex is honestly a waste of time, in my opinion. Yeah, it's cool to do, it's nice and everything like that, it feels good, but you know, now that I got a kid on the way, I'm only focused on having one kid. You know, if God wants me to, you know, have other kids and lay down, you know, with my wife, you know, right now I'm going through this struggle of not really, you know, a guy like me, I'm loyal. I don't really be out here chasing women. You know, Papa was a Rolling Stone type shit. You know, I'm not really like that, you know. If I sacrifice what I want, my happiness, for the betterment of my wife, you know what I'm saying? So one of the things that I do is I practice semen retention as being a married man, because when other women start to find you attractive, that motivates the individual to try to, you know, step their game up. So you got to play mind games with these women, man. You can't be out here being a simp. You can't be out here being a bitch. Because a lot of these women will play you for a fool. You know, they'll say, well, you know, he just wants pussy. He's desperate. You know, he'll hit it no matter how I look. A lot of women think like that. So you as a man, you got to step your game up. You got to learn how to push the plate away, and you got to learn how to focus on God and fast from your fleshly desires. Fasting from your fleshly desires is a real thing, and it's part of energy. A man's most vital energy is his sexual energy. So when you save up your sexual energy, you get a lot of women being attracted to you, just by your presence alone. And on top of that, if you have good hygiene, if you have some good smelling cologne, if you, you know, if you take care of yourself, you brush your teeth, you do all that good stuff, you shower frequently, excuse me. So, you know, a lot of that stuff plays a key vital part in a man, building up his energy. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to get into the lesson today. And don't worry, we're going to get into the Bible here soon. I didn't really have time to look up a Bible verse to support this topic, you know, because I'm trying to not trying to rush and dish out content. I'm just I lost my 21 subscribers on my last channel, so I'm trying to play catch up right now. So don't worry, we're not over here on no new age crap. We're not doing none of that. We're still gonna always revert back to the Bible. I always keep my Bible on deck. You know what I'm saying? I always keep my sword on deck, man, because you got a lot of demons out here. You got a lot of people that disguise themselves as Christians, but low key are dealing with demons, man. Low key dealing with demons. And so now I'm not saying that we're all not dealing with some form of, you know, battles that we're fighting, but at the same time, we got to understand that you know, there's people out there that like to put on a mask. And so this is what ties into the lesson tonight. So words versus energy part 2. Here's the thing. A lot of times we get caught up in paying attention to the words that people speak, right? This can go for, you know, anything in any situation. But we come to a point in our lives to where it's like, okay, I can't necessarily take you what you're saying. I have to see your actions, right? So actions is what's really valuable now. You know, energy is the new currency. You know, shout out to Jordan Howard, WTC Ministries. Energy is truly the new currency. If you don't have energy, you can't go get a bag. You know, so part of storing up that energy is sacrificing. You got to sacrifice stuff. If you're out here smoking weed, if you're getting high, if you're getting drunk, if you're doing drugs, and if you're having so much sex, you're going to be depleted. You're not going to have any energy. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, most importantly, is you have to pray. You have to ask God the Almighty for energy. All right, you have, because he's the ultimate source. You know, a lot of us, we get so caught up in this world with all these vitamins, with all these minerals we take, with all this stuff, but everybody forgets to pray. Prayer is very powerful. When you talk to the great I am, that's one of his names. He's also known as the Alpha and Omega. He's also known as El Shaddai, and he's also known as Jehovah Jireh. Or if you're going with the Hebrew, Jehovah Jireh, because the J sound didn't come into the English language into the early to mid 1600s. So in the time of Yeshua, aka Jesus Christ, there was no J sound. The Y represented what you would say is what J is now. So you can do your own research on that. You can Google that. That's no fabrication. You can really Google that. So back to topic. We have to understand that words are powerful, but actions are essential. Okay? I'm going to say that again. Words are powerful, but actions are essential. So if you're speaking, but you don't have any action behind it, then those words aren't going to hold weight. You know what I mean? So let's take, for example, myself, okay? I had a conversation today with my wife and I got a better understanding of her family. And you know what? Part of the most important thing about being a man, what I'm learning at the age of 26, is that you have to understand when you're wrong. Okay? You have to take accountability and be like, okay, I was wrong. I didn't know this is how this person was raised. This is how this person was trained to be. Because a lot of us, we all come from different cloths, right? And so not everybody was raised the same way you was raised. So we have to get that in mind. So that's something that was a pill that I had to swallow today, you know, and I got a better understanding of the people that I'm living with right now. Well, I spend most of my time in my car. So I'm actually staying in my car, but you know, I'm blessed to be able to go inside and take a shower and do all of that. I just like to stay out the way, you know. This is not my house, you know, so I don't need to be loafing around in a place that's not my own. This is my car. I worked for it. I paid for this car. The only thing is it's not working right now. So, you know, but that's going to get fixed because I already got a good little paying job. So, you know, I'm going to be all right. And if you want to donate to this channel, every donation counts. You know, I always keep my Cash App, Harris Baby 1997. I always keep my Cash App in the description below in every video. And I also put my Cash App when I upload when I'm uploading my shorts. So keep a lookout for that. So I'm not going to keep this video too long. I'm gonna come to a conclusion here because I don't have too much space on this phone. I have a lot more space on it than I had on the last one, but I'm gonna come to a conclusion here. Energy is very important. So as a man, you want to save up your energy. You don't want to be out here having too much sex, even if you're married, because if you give so much to your wife, she's gonna get tired of you. Okay, especially if you're young and married like me. Oh yeah, dude, you don't want to do none of that junk. All right, I'm just keeping it a buck with you. I'm keeping it at 2,000. All right, you don't want to do none of that crap. Okay, you got to focus on God and you got to fast. You got to fast from food and you got to fast from sex. food and sex is the two things that a man desires, along with money. So let's go three things, right? So if you could sacrifice those two main important things, and if you cannot let money become your God, then you are elevating to a whole new level with God. Okay? Because not too many men on this planet can do that. Not too many men on this planet can go 3 days without even touching themselves. Not too many men on this planet can go a week without, buckling down and begging their wife for sex. So you have to be able to fight. Okay? The victory is in the fight. So I just want to leave that. I'm going to conclude with that. There's going to be a part 3 and a part 4 to this series. I'm keeping it real and raw with y'all. This is real talk, man. This is no joke. And you got to understand, pay attention to people's words and pay attention to people's energy, and, compare and contrast, just like they taught you in school. Compare and contrast. You know what I'm saying? You know how he has those two circles that go together? You know what I mean? And whatever's in the middle, that's where it is. You got your differences on each side, and then what's in the middle is what's the same. Do that. All right. You have to do that mentally with people. You have to break them down and compare and contrast and see, what's the same and what's the difference. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to keep I'm not going to keep this video too long. I'm going to end it right here. It's your servant. It's your man, Barjona the Hebrew. Keep it real and be blessed.